Hey, what's up everyone? This is Red Mage 761 and we're doing the walkthrough for Dark Souls. So as you can tell, I got all my classes. I'm starting off as a thief. Doesn't really matter what class you pick, all it determines is your starting stats and your starting equipment. As I said, I'm starting as a thief. I want to do a high dex build. You can do whatever you want. You can start off as a knight and then start doing sorcery later on in the game. It doesn't matter what your class is at the beginning. Each of them does have different starting stats and it affects kind of how you play at the beginning. But after that, it's all how you want. And here's the thief. It starts with the master key. I do suggest for your starting gift to use the master key if you're not a thief. If you're starting as any other class, go with the master key. But since I have the master key as a thief, I'm picking up a different gift because all of the rest you can get throughout the game. The only one you cannot get is the master key if you start off as another class. Reason why I suggest the master key is because there's a few hints and tricks that I want to give to you. Show you something that can help you out early on from the start. And the rest of it, how you look, it doesn't really matter. So let's watch the cutscene, shall we?
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire, and with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark. Then from the dark they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the dead. The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bolts peeled apart their stone skins. The witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. Seath the Scaleless betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more. Thus began the Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers, and man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark side.
Alright, so we're going to start in the Undead Asylum, locked away. As you can tell, this is where all the undead come, where they corral them to wait the end of the world.
Indeed. The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
So there we are, in the cage, just waiting. Ah, what a kind soul he is. He gave us our way out. How nice. Lovely night. It's a shame he has to die. But yeah, that's pretty much the gist of Dark Souls. You die or you live. Mostly you die. You're gonna die a lot. I know I will. So, here we are. Let's check out our stats and items. As you can tell, I have black leather armor for the most part. Offers somewhat decent protection. Other than that, we have nothing else really. I'll give an explanation of the stats. Souls are used to level up, repair equipment, buy things. It's pretty much your currency and experience. Vitality increases your health. That's going to be an important stat to increase. Your atonement, if you want to go down to spellcast inside, you need that to have more slots to cast more and more spells. Your endurance increases your stamina, equipment load, and other various defensive stats. Mainly you're going to want endurance and vitality. Strength, if you're going to go with a high strength build, you need that. More strength, the more damage you can do. Dex, which I'm going to do. High dex builds help with dex scaling weapons. Resistance, it's not really that important. It helps boost your defense and resistance to poison, but you can leave that one alone. Your intelligence, like I said, if you're going with any spellcasting, intelligence deals with sorceries. And you're going to want that if you want to cast sorcery spells. It increases the damage. And your faith increases your cast with miracles. You're going to need that if you want to heal yourself. But atonement works with both faith and intelligence. And like I said, I'm going to be working on vitality, endurance, and dex for the most part. But then again, go between a strength, atonement, and intelligence for myself. So, let's get started, shall we? Alright, so as we leave our nice cozy cell to explore, as like it says, just read, if you have any problems, just read the hints at the beginning. I'm attacking this guy for the souls, really. Light attacks. They use less stamina and you can use them more often, but they do lesser damage than the strong attack. Strong attack hits harder but are slower. That little circle you've seen around, that's just locking onto your target. You just press the right joystick, click it, and it'll lock on instantly to them. But it does have a limited bit of a range. You can only go so far with that. So let's climb up these ladders. Like I said, if you got the master key, I'll be able to show you some easy ways to get certain items that will help you for pretty much most of the game. Here's our first bonfire. They serve as checkpoints. They let us heal, restore our Estus flags. You can level up eventually, repair your items, even at the bonfire, even enhance them to be better. But I'll show you those later on. Now let's walk through these doors. Big empty room. Nothing ominous. Oh, look at there. There's a demon right up on top, waiting for us, ready to jump. But don't worry about him. Just go the way I'm going and walk through these doors. There's literally no hope of beating him with the weapon we have right now. Now the bonfire, light it. You're never going to find two bonfires this close together in succession, just so you know. So, like that hint says, let's get our shield real fast. Nice roll. Just so you know, when you do roll, it does, if you roll properly, you do avoid all damage being swung at you. I'll show you some of that later. Just hold your shield up, block the arrows, or you can walk out of the way. Got our first weapon, the bandit knife. Scales pretty well with dex, not so much with our strength. E is the worst scaling you can get for any weapon, and S is the best you can get for any weapon. Also, this has 300 bleeding. After so many strikes, it puts their bleed counter up, and once that maxes out, it's going to do an extra bit of damage to them. This weapon you need about 12 dex, 6 strength, which we do have. Two-handed weapon, if you get a weapon that that has a higher count strength, if you two-hand it, you can wield it effectively. But I waited too long and the guy with the arrow came back. Let's dispatch of him quickly, shall we? So heading up these stairs, going through the fog wall. Fog walls, they count as progression. Most of them you go through once, they disappear for good. Others, they won't come, they go back up until you fight the boss. But watch out for that guy. He throws a boulder which goes through the wall. Let's open that door, shall we? That wall that the boulder went through, we find ourselves the lovely knight that helped us out.
My goodness. I'm done for.
Let's listen to what he has
I'll
to
die
say.
soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I were both undead. Hear me out, will you?
Say yes to the decision.
My mission. But perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family. Thou who art undead art chosen, and thine exodus from the Undead Asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringeth the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know, and I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing.
He gives us the Estus flask that we will use to heal. Also the key to continue on.
An undead favorite.
And the reason why he's doing all this, he's gonna pretty much kill himself because he doesn't want to harm us when he goes undead. Undead is the hollows that we'll be fighting throughout here that
and thank you.
Pretty much attack you just as soon as they look at you. Alright, as we leave, he's gonna off himself. We're gonna head up the stairs. I'm gonna show you how to parry. It's rather difficult and you gotta get the timing right. As you can tell, I don't get the timing right for the first couple of hits. Because you can get some damage done, but if you time it right, you want to riposte immediately by pressing the RB or R1. Pretty much your light attack. Go through the doors. Also, I'm going to try to show you a backstab. It's kind of the same way, but you have to get behind behind your target. As you do a backstab, or even you riposte, you're pretty much invulnerable the whole time until it's over. Backstabs or riposte, you don't take any damage. But also they do a lot of damage in return. As you can tell, some weapons have a higher crit than others, and that's what affects your backstab or riposte damage. See how easy that was? If you time it up, line it up right, you can easily get it. I was kind of hoping he would drop a short bow. One of my playthroughs, he actually dropped a short bow when I was just starting out. This guy's a little bit stronger. I'll show you the damage of bleeding. As you can tell, I only did 10 hits, but the third hit it went up to 60. The bleeding damage does increase. Oh. So let's go through the white light. Let me heal up a little bit. I suggest two-handing your weapon. That way you can get some more damage. Drop down and use your light attack on him. Just stab him right in that ugly face. Now what you want to do here is keep your shield up and try to avoid most of the attacks, and then just go into attack and just repeat the process. As you can tell, I missed and I didn't roll out of the way in time. I was kind of greedy. Go in for more attacks. As you can see, the third attack with this weapon it's doing more damage for the bleeding. And I rolled out of the way there. This is where I kind of start getting really greedy with this. Like I say, if you roll out of the way in time, you won't receive any of the damage. A bit of a nasty trade-off, but I survived and he did not. So, shall we continue? Go through these doors. As you're following this path, once you get up this flight of decayed stairs, you want to veer off to the left. There's a item here. It's some souls worth about Soul of the Lost Undead. I want to say it's worth about 200 souls. You keep going, and you go down this way to the right. There's a crow's nest. So for some reason he's not talking. Normally they talk saying you. Sound crowing like a crow. And I know the pendant is one of the items that if you drop there, it will trade. But for some reason, nothing's happening right now. You can always come back here later. We're not going to worry about that for now. So once we get I was hoping that they would start talking when I came back, but nothing happened. As you can tell, the Estus Flask didn't heal as much. What I'm going to show you is how to increase your Estus Flask to +1 right off the bat. So that way it'll heal you for more than what it just did.
In the ancient
and let's watch the cutscene.
That one day an undead shall be chosen. To leave the Undead Asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords.
So, we're here in Lodrin at the Fire Lake Shrine. This is the central hub for pretty much everything. It connects almost every location to this area, and I will show you how to unlock those areas to get to here later on in this walkthrough. Right now, this is how you level up. Well, I'm gonna put 1 point in endurance and 1 point in vitality for now. And then I'm going to show you how to get a Firekeeper Soul, which increases your Estus Flask to +1. I was thinking about doing Atonement, but I'm good with just 1 Atonement slot for now. But yeah, as you can tell, each point increases various defenses and various things. Endurance and Vitality are the main 2 things you want to increase. But yes, let's continue on, show you the first secret. that you can get as soon as you get here. And here's the Firekeeper. She doesn't talk, but whenever you have a Firekeeper soul, you can bring it to her and she'll reinforce it and make it stronger. It'll heal you for a lot more. So you can tell I'm playing online, and I do plan on playing online through this entire walkthrough. That way I can get additional help, or even I might be invaded. Which, that means just other people are going to come and attack me, and I might die. So you head down the path that I took. I'm going to show you also an NPC, the first smith that we come across. Can't really do anything for you because you don't have any upgrade materials, but he does sell 2 sorceries and a sorcerer catalyst. That way you can, if you wanted to start off with sorcery before, even though you started off as a different class, you can buy them from him.
More importantly, you're free. How on earth? Well, I shouldn't pry. I'm Rickett of Vinheim. I was once an established smith, but look at me now. Can you believe it? What is it? Have you? Oh no. Don't worry. I've no intention of escaping. It's safe here. Can't bear the thought of going hollow out there. Although, I must admit, I've not much to occupy myself. How about this? I could forge your weapons, albeit with rather minimal tools. I'll show you what made me the best.
I'm doing this walkthrough. I enjoyed the Dark Souls series very much. I really did. I liked it. I beat Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2 on several occasions, so I figured I'd help other people. But I'm buying a Sorcerer Catalyst now. I'll come back for the spells later. As you can tell, we need Titanite Shard to upgrade our equipment, which I do not have. It makes the damage better for weapons, and it increases your armor's physical resistance and all that. So we'll come back here later when I have the souls to buy the spells. And now off to the Firekeeper souls. Look at there, another player's ghost. You'll come across that from time to time. I'm just clearing my tool belt. Don't really like those there. Come around this corner, you have a very nice dex weapon. And here it has a 10 strength, which I have a 9. Which, one-handed, you can't wield it properly. The damage is cut down by a lot. But once you wield it, you go to 2 hands, and you can wield it properly with strength-wise. It's pretty much like a rapier, but looks to me a little bit longer. But we're going to switch back to the bandit knife. Come down here, break that barrel. Doesn't matter if you roll on it or use your weapon to break it. We get 2 transient curse. Those are used to fight the ghost that's in New Londo Ruins. Right now, we're not going to worry about that. We're going to die here. Because you see that? That glowing item? That's the Firekeeper soul. I'm not too worried about dying. I'm only going to lose 357 souls. I can easily get that back. What you want to do is just run past these ghosts. Go around here. Into this narrow area. Don't go too fast, but you also don't want to go too slow. There's a narrow bridge here. You go too slow, you'll get attacked with ghosts. As you can tell, I just offed myself. No need to worry about it. I got what I wanted. It's going to increase my healing potential. So, we respawn back at the last bonfire that we rested at, but we're going to go back down the stairs to increase our Estus flask. And then on next episode, I'm going to show you how to get the Crimson Armor set and a very nice catalyst. It's called a 10 catalyst. It doesn't scale well like the Sorcerer Catalyst does, but it does do some decent damage. And also I'll show you a first covenant you can join. So, I'll see you next time. This is Red Mage 761. signing out. If you like, subscribe, and leave me a like at the bottom. Hope you enjoy.